We got the same game parlay in the Spurs versus the Knicks. Welcome, everyone, to the Prop Line. I am your host, Andy Lang. If it's your first time joining us, welcome. And what we do on the show, we do our same game parlay of the day. Normally, we do a play of the day, but I am recording this on Sunday. And so what we're going to do is do the same game parlay of the day, and then I will go over some props in a few different categories for Game 3 for the Knicks versus the Spurs. But, as always, let's get started with the same game parlay of the day. All right, we've got a 5% best bet that is up at wagertalk.com. We are seeing this series really, really well. 3-0 in official bets over at WagerTalk. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a minute. But let's do the same game parlay. We're going to take a 3-legger and get that to minus 105. If this looks familiar, it's because it's the exact same one used in game 2, and it hit, so we're going right back to it. Under 229.5 on the alt total for the same game parlay. Julian Champagnie to have 2 or more made threes, and OG Anunoby to have 10 or more points. So let's break down these different categories real quick. There was 200 points the first game, 209 in the second game, and these playoffs these are the top 2 defensively rated teams in the playoffs, playing incredible defense. I thought the under was going to be cooked in game 2. They got off to a hot start. Then the defenses locked in and locked up the other team. So we'll go under 229.5. Champagnie made 2+ in 5 straight games. He's getting the volume. In game 1, he went 5 of 10. Game 2, he went 2 of 5. The Knicks are doing a good job defending Wemby in the paint, and it's leaving guys like Champagnie open. So Champagnie's been one guy that has been hitting threes for the Spurs, so I like him to have 2 or more. And OG just continues his incredible playoff run, 14+ points in 14 straight games, and we only need him to get 10 here. He had 17 in the first 2 games of the series. He got 12 shot attempts in game 1, 10 shot attempts in game 2. So OG is just playing really, really well. So wrap all that up. It gets you to about minus 105. So again, under 229.5 on the alt line. Champagnie 2+ made threes, and OG Anunoby to have 10 or more points. That is your same game parlay of the day. Let's break down a couple of other props here in the props market. Let me pull up on my screen here. So I was going to pick one from a couple different categories. So we'll go to the points category. And I like Dylan Harper over 13.5 points. This guy's just playing fantastic. You could argue he's the best guard. He's been the best guard for the Spurs. He had 16 points and 15 points in the first 2 games. His minutes are up a little bit, and he got over this total, and he did not make a 3-pointer in the game 2, and he was only 1 of 4. So he's in game 1. So he's doing this without making a lot of 3-pointers. You look at his field goals, 10 and 12 attempts, and he's making his free throws. So a lot of good things for Dylan Harper. I think that could be a look. The assist category is pretty funny. Keldon Johnson, you can play him just to get 1 assist. And for a guy that plays that many minutes as Keldon Johnson, you got to believe he gets at least 1. He had 3 potential assists in game 2. So I don't think it's that big of a stretch to think Keldon Johnson's going to get you at least 1 assist. We move to the rebounds, and Mikal Bridges, I'm looking at his 3.5 rebounds, maybe taking the over. That seems to be it's a little interesting to me because you're getting plus money at the time we're recording this. He only had 3 in the first game, but he only had 3 rebound attempts. Started crashing the boards a lot more in game 2. Looking at this 9 rebound chances, and he got 6 rebounds with that. So he flew over this total, and you're getting plus money. And then if I'm looking at a 3-point category, he hasn't hit this in a while, but Jalen Brunson to make over 2.5 made threes at plus 140. He had 2 in the game 1, 2 in game 2. But you look at his attempts, and the attempts are there. I mean, 9 and 8 in the first 2 games, and now he's at home. That crowd's going to be rocking. He's going to be feeling it. I would not be surprised in the slightest if Jalen Brunson has a good game. So plus money, it might be worth a look there. So I mentioned the 5% best bet that is up. We are 3-0 in the series with our NBA best bets. We have a great read on the series. It's continuing the nice run that we've had throughout the playoffs. These 4%, 5% best bets are really, really solid. So I'm stunned that the books hung this number out there. I put it up Saturday night, and the line is still there. So this line should be holding strong. You're getting a great price. You're getting a great number, and I think the books have completely whiffed on this one. So that's over at wt.buzz/AL. We're up over 30 units in the last 7 days in all sports. So as a crew, we're running really, really well. We hit our same game parlay on this show last game, and we hope to do it again. And I appreciate all you guys joining us. Please hit the like button before we get out of here. And leave me a comment. Tell me who you like in game 2. Tell me, or game 3. Tell me a prop that you like, anything. It just helps the algorithm out. And a special thanks to everyone who helped us get to over 250,000 subscribers. Monumental milestone for everyone at Wager Talk. When I got here in, I think, 2020, I think we were at like 20,000 or 30,000 subscribers. So to get to 250,000 is pretty incredible. And it's all thanks to you guys. So, all right, 5% best bet. Let's hit the same game parlay and let's have a big Monday. Good luck on your bets. We'll see you on Tuesday.